Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you've ever found your Power BI reports getting sluggish or you're wondering how the pros keep dashboards lightning fast, even with tons of data, you're in exactly the right place. Today I'm going to walk you through the essential best practices for optimizing Power BI performance. By the end, you'll know exactly how to structure your data, tweak your settings, and build visuals that stay fast and responsive, no matter how big your data gets. Let's get started with the foundation, data modeling. Think of your model like the blueprint of a house. If the plan is messy, everything you build on top will wobble. So always aim for star schema rather than snowflake or flat table models. Imagine you have one main fact table, like all your sales transactions, and then several smaller supporting dimension tables, like customers, products, or dates. This approach keeps relationships simple and speeds up queries dramatically. Next, you want to declutter your model. Only bring in the fields you actually need. Every extra column can weigh things down, just like cramming unnecessary stuff into your backpack before a hike. High cardinality columns can also be big performance killers. These are columns with a huge number of unique values, like transaction IDs or detailed timestamps. Instead, try splitting out dates and times or categorize values. This reduces the overhead on Power BI. And don't forget, when you're setting up relationships, use surrogate keys that are integers, not long text. It's way easier for Power BI to process numbers than strings. Also, set up a proper date table. Don't rely on multiple date columns in your fact table. A dedicated date dimension table keeps filtering tidy and efficient. Now let's dive into the data loading process in Power Query. Here the mantra is filter early, filter often. The earlier you can cut out unnecessary data, the less your model has to swallow. For example, if you only report on the last 2 years, don't load 5 years of data. Another important tweak is to disable the auto date time feature by going into File, then Options, then Data Load. This can bloat your model with hidden date tables for every date column, a sneaky culprit for slow reports. Stick with import mode unless you absolutely need real-time data. Import is much faster because it stores data inside the file. For really large tables, set up incremental refresh. This way, only new or updated records are refreshed, not your entire historical data, saving both time and resources. And as you're cleaning and transforming data, group your steps whenever possible, rather than creating a bunch of calculated columns that Power BI has to recalculate every time. Onto DAX and calculations. This is often where performance issues creep in. As a general rule, use measures which calculate results on the fly instead of calculated columns, which get stored and increase file size. One common pitfall is using row-by-row functions like earlier or filter on massive tables. They're like checking each page of a book one at a time instead of looking up a summary. Instead, use aggregation functions like sumx and calculate with focused filters. Also, use variables with the var keyword. This lets you store an intermediate result and reuse it, which keeps your DAX concise and efficient. If you regularly need summarized data, set up aggregation tables for monthly or yearly totals and connect these using Power BI's aggregations feature. To identify bottlenecks, use the Performance Analyzer in Power BI Desktop. It'll show you exactly which visuals or queries are slowing things down. Visuals can also impact performance, sometimes more than you'd think. Try to keep each page under 8 visuals. Too many charts and maps can feel like opening 5 apps at once on your phone. It just slows everything down. Slicers are great, but too many can drag performance, so prefer built-in filters or drop-downs for a snappier feel. Remember to turn off unnecessary interactions between visuals and avoid really complex custom visuals if speed is a priority. Wherever possible, pre-aggregate your data. Showing summarized results is much faster than making Power BI crunch every detail in real time. Now, for those of you using Power BI Service and a data gateway, a few quick tips. Use a dedicated standard gateway instead of personal, and try to keep your gateway server close to your data sources to minimize network delays. Schedule data refreshes during off-peak hours so they don't clash with heavy usage times. And keep an eye on dataset size. There's a 1 GB limit on Power BI Pro, though Premium lets you go bigger. Lastly, monitoring your performance is key. Use Performance Analyzer in Power BI Desktop to spot slow visuals or DAX problems. For more detailed query analysis, connect your model to DAX Studio. Tabular Editor is fantastic for managing measures and ensuring that metadata is in top shape. And don't forget the Power BI Service Metrics app, which shows refresh times, dataset usage, and how your gateway is performing all in one place. Alright, that wraps up our Power BI optimization crash course. If you found these tips helpful, please give the video a like, and let me know in the comments if you have any questions or want to see more deep dives, maybe on DAX or data modeling. And of course, don't forget to subscribe for more practical power by tutorials just like this one. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.